In every town, big or small, there's a story whispered in fear. A story parents tell their children as a warning, and a story that never quite fades from the streets. Today, you're about to hear the kind of case that grips a community, confuses investigators, and leaves a trail of lies so deep that even the most experienced detectives were fooled for months. This is the strange and shocking story of the disappearance of Michael Turner, a case that looked like a kidnapping, sounded like a kidnapping, but turned out to be something far darker and far more unexpected. Saturday, August 14th, 2019, Crestwood, North Carolina, a quiet suburban town with good schools, friendly neighbors, and streets so peaceful you could hear a bicycle bell 3 blocks away. At 8:12 a.m., Michael Turner, a 28-year-old mechanic known for his goofy laugh and spotless reputation, left home to meet a friend for breakfast. He never showed up. By noon, his phone was off. By evening, his car was found abandoned behind an old hardware store. And by nightfall, Crestwood was on edge. Police initially believed Michael had simply stepped away, maybe a personal crisis, maybe stress. But then, something changed everything. Inside Michael's abandoned car, detectives discovered a handwritten note. The note read, "Don't look for me. I made a mistake. I need to fix it alone." But something felt wrong. Michael's mom insisted, "That's not his handwriting." His best friend said, "Michael wouldn't run away, not without calling." And the strangest detail? The note wasn't signed. To investigators, it looked like someone trying to stage a disappearance. Crestwood transformed overnight. Flyers covered every mailbox. Search groups combed the woods. Local businesses donated water and flashlights. Everyone had the same question: where was Michael Turner? As pressure mounted, detectives expanded their search. They pulled phone records, interviewed neighbors, and reviewed CCTV footage. What they found was confusing. At 7:54 a.m., a street camera captured Michael's car driving normally. At 8:20 a.m., it appeared again near the hardware store. But there was one huge problem. Only the car was visible, not the driver. The tinted windows made it impossible to confirm who was behind the wheel. 3 days later, a major break came in. A gas station cashier reported seeing Michael the morning he went missing. He said Michael looked anxious and paid for fuel with trembling hands. Detectives rushed to check the CCTV. There was a man wearing Michael's exact hoodie, same height, same walk. But when the camera zoomed in, something was off. The man had a large scar on his jaw, a scar Michael didn't have. So who was pretending to be him, and why? The case quickly shifted from a disappearance to a possible identity manipulation. Investigators turned to the last person who reportedly saw Michael alive, Daniel Hughes, his longtime friend and the same person he was supposed to meet for breakfast. Daniel insisted Michael never showed up. He seemed emotional, worried, cooperative. But detectives noticed something strange. When they asked what Michael was wearing the previous day, Daniel answered too quickly and described the exact hoodie the imposter in the gas station footage wore, a detail he wasn't supposed to know. This raised suspicions. Detectives obtained Daniel's phone records, and this is where the entire case cracked open. Daniel's phone pinged in the exact same location as Michael's abandoned car, at the exact time it was left there. Even worse, a time-stamped text message said, "We'll stick to the plan, just don't mess it up." The message came from an unknown number, but everything pointed in one direction. Daniel wasn't telling the truth. Detectives brought Daniel in for questioning. For hours, he denied everything. He blamed stress. He blamed coincidence. He blamed anyone but himself. But then investigators revealed the real bombshell. They had found the imposter, the man with the scar, through facial recognition. His name was Evan Marsh, an ex-con with a history of fraud. And Evan confessed. But his confession wasn't what detectives expected. He claimed, "Michael hired me. He paid me to pretend to be him. He wanted to disappear." This shocked the entire department. Michael, the responsible mechanic with no criminal history, trying to vanish? Why? What was he running from? Investigators dug deeper. They reviewed Michael's bank transactions and discovered a disturbing pattern. For months, Michael had been withdrawing small amounts of cash, hiding it, preparing. But preparing for what? A second discovery was even more shocking. Michael had purchased a one-way bus ticket under a fake name, scheduled for the exact day he vanished. Now detectives realized this wasn't a kidnapping, it wasn't an accident. It was a planned disappearance, but executed clumsily and with the wrong partners. And Daniel? He wasn't an accomplice. He was a victim. Michael had borrowed money from him, a lot of it. And when Michael started acting strange, Daniel followed him, trying to figure out what was happening. He accidentally became tied into the timeline, making him look guilty. But there was still one unsolved question. If Michael planned everything, where was he now? 1 week later, a woman in Arizona reported a man matching Michael's description working under the table at a roadside diner. When police arrived, the man tried to escape through the back exit, but officers caught him. It was Michael, tired, confused, scared, and finally, honest. He admitted he wanted to escape debts, responsibilities, and what he called a life that felt like a trap. He had hired Evan to impersonate him on camera, hoping it would buy time while he started over in another state. But he never expected the town to launch a massive search, or for investigators to solve the case so quickly. Michael Turner was charged with fraud, obstruction, and filing misleading information. Daniel, the friend who seemed suspicious at first, was cleared of wrongdoing. Evan, the imposter, received a reduced sentence after cooperating. Michael Turner wanted to disappear quietly, but instead, he created one of Crestwood's most confusing mysteries, a case where every clue pointed in the wrong direction. A disappearance that wasn't a crime, until it became one. And in the end, one mistake unraveled everything. No matter how well you plan your escape, someone is always watching.